6 to 9. You're about to have a really good time, and it's sure to make you smile. On the bus, in the car, on the AirPods without wires. Crank it up on the worksite, it's the Bad and Liam podcast. Bad and Liam podcast.
G'day there, podcaster.
Fun show today. We were joined by a real-life sex addict.
And it wasn't Liam.
Yeah, I loved it.
Hey, you can get the K out.
Yeah. You know me, can't get enough. Nah, to be honest, like, take it or leave it.
Yeah, we learned yesterday. We learned in yesterday's that you're very boring with the missionary.
No, I'm not. Well,
Liam exclusively does missionary.
Can we... All I'm saying is I felt very awkward in the Ask Us Anything yesterday when a question was asked about favourite position.
Yep.
Because all I'm saying is my partner's family, I know for a fact her grandparents listen, her mum listens, my mum's listen.
They're getting it on.
I don't want to think about that either.
They are.
So I didn't feel comfortable answering that one.
Right.
But if you must know, it's not that one.
Well, until you tell us what it is, I'm going to assume you exclusively do missionary.
I'll get in trouble. See, that was one of those ones that after that, Sarah was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
What the hell were you even talking about that?
Yeah.
And she was like, oh my God. She's like, Ben only answered that because he knows that Sam doesn't listen.
Yeah.
And if she heard that, she'd be appalled, is what she said.
She'd be so angry if she heard that.
For sure.
But I know that my wife, Sam, doesn't. She listens like...
Why don't we do a bit?
Rarely.
Hey, I'll tell you my favourite position. If we call Sam right now, we play that audio clip of you saying the one with the dog.
No, mate. My takeaway from this is Liam loves missionary.
Okay, stop saying that.
Which is fine.
No, but you gotta pretend like I know my mum's listening to this right now. You gotta act like my mum's over there. Would I be talking about this if my mum was over there? I wouldn't.
Your mum's lovely. She's super outgoing.
Yeah.
Enjoy the podcast.
Yesterday, Ben, we were having a chat to the Adelaide Oval streaker, the man who interrupted the game, the big showdown of the weekend, just after Port really started pulling away from the Crows. He ran out, evaded a few security guards, and we asked the guy, Jeremy was his name, how much it costs, like how big the fine is for a streak.
The first time I did it was $5,000, but I pleaded guilty. It was 40% off, which was 3.36.
40% off? Yeah, you're saying it like it's some sort of deal at JB Hi-Fi, Jeremy. 40% off your first streak, you get your second free. Come in now. Come have a run at Adelaide Oval. It's not cheap. He's a repeat offender. He's banned for life now. And remember, Ben, we were talking to him, and he mentioned the shoes he was wearing whilst he was doing the streak.
This time I nearly made it, but with them bloody dressy shoes on, I sort of slipped a bit. But not a bad run in the dress shoes, mate.
Well, Jeremy's made headlines again because he is now selling the shoes that made the run in hopes to pay off his fine. So they're on Gumtree. This is the headline: the shoes that ran on Adelaide Oval Saturday night. Robbie Gray last game. $500.
Imagine the price increase if Robbie Gray signed them.
Oh man. They're Connor shoes, size 12. So you know what? They were probably like $40.
Yeah.
But there's a bit of markup on this. I don't know who's going to buy this, but I suppose maybe some Mad Crows or Port fan who just wants a little bit of memorabilia from the game.
Has he got a price guide? How much does he want?
He wants $500.
$500 for the dress shoes.
Which is ridiculous.
You reckon he'll get it?
I don't know. Maybe someone out there. We're certainly not going to be buying them off of him.
It is a piece of history.
Yeah.
We could get him for the studio.
Nah, I don't know. I can't. Look, we have the guy in yesterday. I don't think you can be paying for his fine to be running on Adelaide Oval because, as we said, we don't condone it, although we find it funny.
You love to own just a little piece of history. Remember when you got scammed and you bought a little bit of the Berlin Wall?
Well, that wasn't a scam. No, I was at the Berlin Wall and there was a man there selling chunks of the Berlin Wall and I bought... Well, it was a big wall, Ben. They had to break it down somehow. What are we going to do with all those chunks of wall?
It's a tourist trap.
No, it's not. I've got a little bit of the Berlin Wall and I keep it on my desk.
You're like one of those people where you go to like Lord's in England and you get a bit of grass. You put it in a Ziploc bag.
It's not quite Lord's, but I remember when Adelaide United lost to Gamba Osaka in 2008 in the Asian Cup final. I leaned over the fence and grabbed some of the turf, and I've got it in a Ziploc bag in my bedroom somewhere. The hallowed turf of Cooper Stadium, Adelaide.
All right. Do you own a piece of history? Maybe it's good, maybe it's bad, I don't know. 13 24 10 is our number. We'd love for you to come on and share your story.
It might be one of those things that you bid for at a charity auction because you're doing the right thing and you didn't really expect to get it.
Yeah.
But it's in the ballroom, it's in the shed maybe.
Maybe you bought it, maybe you got it through illegal means. I don't know, but I would love to hear you share your story on 13 24 10. Sam joins us now from Hackham. Good morning, Sam. Do you own a piece of history?
I do.
Okay.
My husband and I actually got married in Thailand about 10 years ago, and I took some of the sand from the beach from where we got married. Had rose petals and everything in it.
And I think that's the saying, isn't it? It's like, well, if everyone takes a piece of sand from the beach, and there'll be none left.
And I would say that's more sentimental history.
But I
don't think anyone else really wants to see that.
When you think about it, what's more historic than sand? Like, ground down rock.
Thanks, Sam.
Nick in Gulfview Heights, you own a piece of history.
How are you, Ben, Liam, boys? How are we?
Yeah, very good.
Good. Do you remember when Juventus came down to play the A-League All-Stars?
I do.
Back in 2014 or whenever it was?
Juve, yeah, I do.
Me and a couple mates went into A-Course Stadium with a couple of screwdrivers and took apart a chair and took it home with us. So if anyone wants a chair for the Juventus game, just give us a shout.
That's so funny. And that's the thing, because it's like, Juventus were just there, but they were nowhere near the chair. I mean, there's thousands of chairs, mate. There's 40,000 chairs at the stadium.
Thanks for that, Nick. Jared joins us now in Davern Park. Good morning, Jared. Do you own a piece of history?
Yeah, kind of a piece of history. So about 3 years ago, me and the wife went on the neighbours tour. We visited Ramsey Street.
Yeah.
And they got lemon trees on that street.
Yeah.
So my missus grabbed a lemon and she's had it ever since.
It's a little piece. And now that Ramsey Street is closed forever, and all our friends will never be there again, it's nice, you could sell that for a bit of coin.
I must ask, Jared, obviously a lemon's going to go mouldy over a long time or dry out. Where is the lemon? What are you doing with it?
So it's in like a lunch bag, sealed, so she's still fresh.
Oh, yeah.
And it will be currently up for sale soon.
All right, okay. Well, watch this space. Is it going to be on Gumtree or Facebook Marketplace, Jared?
I've only just said that I think the missus will be a bit upset.
All right. Oh,
okay.
you're trying to make a bit of money off her lemon. Oh, you might have to talk through that. But if we get any offers coming through for your Ramsey Street lemon, Jared, we'll let you know, mate.
Swim with the kids or swim with the turtles. Make up for missed holidays and plan your family getaway at whatif.com. What if? It's Aussie for travel.
It's 6:10. Hallelujah, it's 6:10. 13 24 10, just for getting in touch. You are in the draw for Nova's first class of 50k. Fiona in Clovelly Park, what are you doing up so early?
On my way to work, unfortunately.
What do you do for a crust, Fiona?
I'm a nurse.
Oh, good on you. Doing God's work. My fiance's coming off night shift. Started at 9 last night, finishing an hour and a half. Don't know how you guys do it. Let's kick into this quiz. The blowfly was revealed in The Masked Singer, and it's Shannon Noel. Knowlesy joins us in 5 minutes, has been said. Who beat him in Australian Idol when he came runner-up?
Guy Sebastian.
Yeah, we won't mention it in 5. McDonald's is working on a chicken Big Mac. What is the name of the chicken burger currently on the Macca's menu?
Oh, I should know this. My son works at Macca's. It's a McChicken.
That's the one.
Nice.
A joke about pasta has won Joke of the Year, the award at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. What country is Edinburgh in?
Scotland.
She's good. Prime Minister Albanese has gone viral for sculling a beer at a Gang of Youths concert. Who was PM before Albo?
Scott Morrison.
I mean, this is how easy it should be every morning. Like, Fiona, you're doing really well.
It's not this easy every morning. I listen.
You don't reckon? I don't know. I
Sometimes
think
there's a curly one, but it's normally at this level.
if you switched on, easy stuff. How's your singing voice, Fiona? Do you like karaoke?
Yeah, it depends on the song.
All right. Well, I think this is going to be in your wheelhouse. A big R.I.P. to Margaret Elrich, the woman who sung The Horses with Daryl Braithwaite. Can you finish these classic lyrics?
We go riding on the horses, yeah.
Way up in the sky, little darling. And if you fall,
Well done, Fiona. You have won the 610 quiz, and you get to choose the next song we play. So, would you like to hear Liam's song this morning?
don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling.
Stone Cold classic. Or how would you like to hear Ben's song? What's it going to be, Fee? Temper Trap or
It'll
Journey?
be Liam's song, thanks.
Yeah, nice one. Don't stop believing. Don't you ever stop believing, Fiona. You went 5
No.
for 5. All right, how good's that? Believe in yourself.
Pretty good.
Have a chicken
not
to
bad.
celebrate tonight. We're talking all over each other. Anyway, you enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks, you too.
Strangers waiting. Up and down the boulevard.
Oh, this is going to heat things up, I reckon. Let's put our keys in and open the forbidden folder. This is where we keep all the ideas that the boss has said, nah, it's probably not appropriate, it's probably not right. But we figured, hey, we're coming up to almost 3 years at Nova, so you're starting to take a few liberties, and it's one of our favourite things to do. This is an interesting one. 13, 24, 10. Are you a sex addict? Because I think there's a difference between, liking it and being addicted to it. There's people that go to, rehab for just, liking sessions too much.
Yeah, well, it does raise a few questions, doesn't it? If you're a sex addict, how often are you doing it to be deemed a sex addict?
Yeah, can you really claim it if you're doing it once a month? Yeah, I'm addicted to this thing. I can't get enough of it.
Yeah.
Or, on a serious note, when does, a hobby become an addiction? When does it I suppose when it starts affecting your day-to-day life, you can't...
But then does that mean that at work you're just, popping out during your lunch break?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's what people do. That's when it becomes a problem. They don't even go to work because they're just
addicted
at home. Yeah, I don't know. Well, look, if you are one, maybe you're a recovering one. You can remain anonymous. It's all pretty above board here.
Oh yeah,
we're not asking anything that no one else would have already asked you at some point. And we're joined by Belinda, who's a recovering sex addict, or recovered with a D on the end. Belinda,
Yes, that's correct.
fully recovered. Okay, well, thank you for joining us.
How long have you been recovered for, Belinda?
I've been recovered for, I think, 5. How old am I? No, 8 years.
Okay.
But I've also been abstinent for 15 months now as well.
Okay, yeah.
So how come you're choosing to do that?
I'm really looking for more of the energetic connection now rather than just the sexual exchange.
Okay.
So I'm waiting for that to come along, and it's been an interesting experience, actually.
You've gone full cold turkey. Well, I think the big question we had was, when does a hobby become an addiction? Where did things tip over for you and you thought, okay, I might have a bit of a problem here?
Well, it was interesting. I didn't know I had the problem until I healed it.
Right.
So the issue was with my relationships and why I kept attracting sort of toxic men in my life and relationships. And I was like, well, I'm the common denominator. What's going on? And I uncovered there was a bit of unhealed trauma from my past, and that was sort of playing out in my life and causing my sex addiction, essentially.
right.
So, yeah.
So, and maybe it's not as black and white as this, but how often are you doing it, or were you doing it?
So it did rule my life a lot, but I was also what you would say a functioning addict. It didn't have a great career, and you wouldn't really know on the surface, but I would probably spend, a lot of my time out on weekends, maybe 5-6 times in a week. I'd be going out clubbing, trying to, because this is before dating apps, of course, showing my age now, but it was a lot more, you had to make a lot more effort than sort of Ubering somebody to your home.
So were you going for the sort of the quantity over quality rather?
That is an interesting question. I actually thought it was quality because, and I'm generally speaking when I say this, but men were very good at telling me what I want to hear. My love language is words of affirmation. So when I felt like they were telling me what I needed to hear, I thought, oh, this guy really likes me. So it was more about feeling beautiful, feeling validated, feeling loved, than actually having the sex, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I get you.
Did you at any point, did you keep track of how many partners you'd had? Like, do you know what your number is?
I know that my number, and it took me a while to admit this actually, and I'm actually very confident with saying this now because I think there's a lot of stigmas around women and their number, and I lost track, but I know it's above 700.
Wow.
700.
Yeah, that's a fair few.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Judgy.
Hey, wait, no. Just slightly more than us, that's all.
Yeah.
Belinda joining us this morning on Nova. She's a recovered sex addict. And obviously, with alcoholics, like some people, they don't ever touch a drink again because they know, if they start, they might get in that place where they can't stop again. Are you, obviously you said you've had sort of 15 months off. Are you sort of done for life now? Or do you have to sort of be careful if you sort of lean back into living that way again?
That's a great question. I actually I still have quite a high sex drive. I do enjoy sex, but it's a different reason now. I think you used the word hobby before. I don't think sex should be a hobby. I believe that intimacy is about connection. It's about deepening a bond, a relationship. It's also about procreation. So I think societies and relationships have declined, and I'm getting a bit deep here because we're using sex for the wrong purpose and the wrong reason, which is a quick validation or a quick moment. So I will definitely, excuse me, I got a hiccup. I will definitely be enjoying intimacy again, but it will be with somebody that I feel more of a connection with on a deeper level, not just a physical, sexual level.
That's cool. Certainly. At the moment, if you just joined us, we are doing the Forbidden Folder. The topic in there this morning was, are you a sex addict? Belinda's called up. She is a recovered one now. Belinda, for someone listening, and, maybe they're relating a lot to what you're saying, what do they do to get help?
So I did a lot of self-development. I'm actually now a coach, so I work with people around healing trauma because it's actually stemming from what is an imprint phase, and that's going a little bit more deeper than we probably have time for. But once you uncover what the reason is or what the driving factor is to cause you to have any addiction, it doesn't matter what that addiction is. It could be shopping, could be alcohol, could be eating. Once you uncover the underlying reasons and you do, healing around that trauma, it just dissipates and your whole life transforms.
There you go. And people can check you out on Instagram if they want to reach out, Belinda, for help, that is.
Yes, please. Yeah, Belinda Love _coach. I was also the MC for Sexpo, and I don't know if you remember, I was on The Bachelor as well. So some people will be like, what?
Well, Belinda, you speak about it very well, and we do appreciate you coming on this morning to have a chat.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Hope you're having a pod blast with the podcast.
Ben, something came up on the show yesterday and you revealed your true colours. And it turns out your true colours are very greasy.
I don't really wash my hair. I never do. If I'm being honest, probably once a month. I might wash my hair.
Yuck. I always thought there was a sort of musty smell in the studio. Did you think that as well, Producer Andy? Did you sort of... Yeah. I thought it was something to do with the air conditioning.
No, I stand by that you don't have to wash your hair very often. I think it's just Big Pharma have got all these products that make you wash your hair. I reckon your hair is actually greasier if you do wash it. If you're washing your hair, conditioner makes your hair greasy. And shampoo makes it dry.
The cavemen, they were using shampoo.
No, they weren't.
Oh, they would have used the equivalent, I'm sure.
Hair is fine. I don't put product in my hair. I don't put anything in my hair, ever. So my hair's very natural. And yeah, I wash it with water when I get in the shower, but I don't put product in there.
I don't know. It feels like... Do you wash your underarms?
Yes, because they get sweaty.
So does your head.
Not really.
Well, I suppose if you go to the gym, you're getting a sweaty head, aren't you?
Yeah, but then I wash it with water.
So why don't you wash your underarms?
Because underarms smell.
Your head smells. Well,
No, they don't. My head,
you
my
get
head,
sweaty, stinky hair.
my head does not smell.
You wash your bum? with
Mate,
soap?
Big Farmer's got you. They've got you
No.
wrapped
What
around
you
their
are,
finger.
It's just a bit of a grub. You're a grub. You're a grubby little boy.
I think it's fine to wash your hair once
Were
a
you
month.
that kid at school who was bringing nits in? Were you the lice kid?
I've honestly never had head lice.
I think you've never checked. you were the one spreading it. They're like, hey, we can't get to the bottom of this. Please keep your kids away from school if they got head lice.
Having said that, head lice isn't cured by shampoo.
Oh, I think it'd help though, wouldn't it?
I don't
Help
think so.
maintain
Actually, you know
a
what?
healthy environment.
I think this is true. I'm pretty sure head lice, I remember in school they told you that, head lice prefer clean hair because it's a cleaner environment for them to live in. I'm pretty sure that's the thing. I'm pretty sure if I was a head lice, I'd rather go live in the clean hair than the dirty hair.
Why don't we do this morning? 13, 24, 10. Dob in a grub. Maybe you live with someone, you work with someone who
You know what?
doesn't shower.
Producer Bell just gave me a thumbs up. Head lice prefer clean hair.
Don't side with him. He stinks. He doesn't wash his hair. He doesn't shower. 13, 24, 10. Dob in a grub. Is someone not cleaning? Maybe it's the state of their house or their clothes. If you get in touch, you'll be in the draw for Nova's first class and 50K.
All right, so maybe someone isn't washing the clothes enough or the bed sheets.
Yeah. Or maybe you just want to call up and be like, yeah, I've literally never washed my hair in my life. I stand with Ben. Anastasia joins us now from Mawson Lakes. You would like to dob in a grub?
Yes, I will. My ex-boyfriend.
Oh, what was
He
he doing?
used to wash the dishes in the sink, but leave the water there like all week and just reuse it.
Oh,
Because he didn't have a dishwasher.
Smart for the environment, though, isn't it?
gross.
Sort of just, he's probably leaving it there to soak. That's my favourite trick.
Yeah.
When you just leave the pan in there. Oh, I'm just letting that soak for the next 4 to 8 business days.
Cameron joins us now, Morphett Vale. Good morning, Cameron. Who's the grub you want to dob in?
There you go, mate. No, this guy I used to work with. Used to do professional roo shooting, and he wouldn't wash himself for about a month.
Used to do what?
Roo shooting.
Roo shooting.
I used to be a professional roo shooter, yeah.
Yeah, professional.
Professional.
Yeah, right.
You made a living. You made a living from shooting roos.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
That's-
right.
That's for like food or just to get
'Cause they
on
were
people's
pests.
properties. Sort of
a
thing?
bit of both.
Yeah, right.
And so he didn't. And I'm sure that'd be quite a messy sort of gig as well. It's not like he's working an office
was.
job and
Yeah.
not.
Then again, like, to take nothing away from you, Cameron, I reckon if you're a professional roo shooter, it doesn't surprise me that you were only showering once a month. It doesn't surprise me.
You're not too worried about it. Tara, good morning. This is your husband. He's a bit of a grub.
He is. He doesn't use tissues. He blocks the nostril and snots into the bathroom sink.
Yeah, the snot rocket.
The bushy, the bushman's hanky. Yeah, no, which is, I think it's fair game when you're camping and you're outside, but straight into the sink's a bit
Yeah.
rough. Yeah, I do it in the shower though, to
Yeah.
be fair.
Liam, how's this, right? The McDonald's scientists are working on a chicken Big Mac.
They're working on it. Don't just get 2 McChicken patties and put the Big Mac sauce on it. That's a chicken Big Mac. I reckon people have invented that just on the customising the menu. What do you mean they're working on it?
I must admit, yeah, it's saying they're working on it's dumb, but I am excited to try it.
But like, are they all sitting in a room going, "How are we going to do this?" It's like you can be pretty young and work at Macca's, right, and construct a Big Mac. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think that's a hard thing to do.
Ben and Liam, it's like dopamine for your ears.
Yesterday, Liam, my wife Sam took her diet to a whole new level. You know as much as the next person, Liam, that I love a glass of milk and some biscuits.
Yeah, which is something I've never really understood, to be honest, Ben. I mean, I know you are a dairy farmer, but it does feel a little bit like an American movie where you have your milk and cookies before bed.
I love, especially, I go through phases. So during winter, we've got a fireplace. I light the fire. I watch The Block. I have my dinner.
Yeah.
And then this is about 7 p.m., 7:30 p.m. I get a glass of milk and I have some
This is how
biscuits.
we're different. I'm out caning it all weekend. It takes me to about Wednesday to recover from my weekend. I'm going to gigs and drinking beers and that sort of stuff, and you're having milk and cookies, watching the block, and in bed by 7 p.m.
So we were doing the food shopping yesterday, and we got to the biscuit section, and I went to go grab my Monte Carlos, and Sam said, "Oh no, I thought we were going to eat healthy this week." And I said, "You are going to eat healthy this week."
Yeah.
I never agreed to that.
I will be having my Monte Carlo biscuits.
And she said, "If you buy them, I will eat them." And I said, "Well, I'm going to buy them." So you're going to have to show some self-control here because I'm going to buy these biscuits.
Might have to run a little harder to run those Monte Carlos off.
And she said, "If you're going to buy them, which I will, you're going to have to hide them from me." So I bought the Monte Carlos and I literally have hidden them. And she listens, so I'm not going to say where, but I've hidden them in the house.
Yeah, right. Oh, I want to come around to your house and see if I can find them. We should do
Biscuit
that.
hunt.
Yeah, go on a little biscuit hunt. Yeah, my mum used to have to hide the chocolate from Dad and us, and it was in the we have like a big sort of meat serving dish, like if you're having a big barbecue or whatever, and they were all stashed in there, like the bottom cupboard. Very hard to find.
It's definitely a thing. I'd love to know if you've had to hide something from your partner in the house. 13 24 10. Maybe it's something they're obsessed with. Maybe it's food related. Maybe it's something different altogether. What do you have to hide from your partner because you know they can't show any self-control? Tanya in Old Ranella.
Good morning, boys.
Good morning.
Well, I have to hide everything from my husband because he loves chocolates and desserts.
Mm-hmm.
I once made a chocolate cake because we were having visitors. I hid it in the cupboard. Unfortunately, he used the dog as a bloodhound and he sniffed it out.
What?
As in some, like a cadaver sort of sniffing dog or like a drug sniffing dog.
Exactly.
How did you eat the whole thing or did you have a slice of it?
Oh, no, just a slice.
Still, like, if you're presenting it to visitors, you know what I mean? Like, if you're having people over and you've worked hard making a cake, you want it all to be there.
You must be a great bake, though, Tanya, if he's sneaking it out. Thank you very much. Kim in Greenwith joins us now. Good morning. This is your partner hiding something from you. Is that correct?
That's correct. So I have a bit of a shopping addict. So he's hidden my credit card from me. However, I know where he hid it. So I've pulled it out, put it back on my phone and then put it back.
Where's he hiding the credit card?
Bedside cupboard. He thinks we have no idea that that's his secret hiding spot.
It's almost like, it's funny, it's almost like the one place in the house that he has total control over, like his bedside cupboard. You know where everything else in the house is. You control everything. You're like, I wonder where he's going to put it. He'll just put it in his little zone.
The first place I went to as well. Out of everything in our room.
True.
That's so true. I never thought about that. The bedside table is the one place where I can put whatever I want.
I reckon we should do something tomorrow on man drawers. You know, everyone,
what's in your man drawer?
I've got a man drawer. I remember my dad's man drawer was like his sacred little space. It was just like his little asthma puffer. There's normally there's some foreign currency flying around in there. Ben, we are joined now by our producer, Belle.
What's trending?
Trending all over the internet.
Twitter, Instagram.
Welcome to Facebook.
Hey guys, well, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has been filmed sculling a beer at a concert last night. This is the crowd going wild. People just lost their minds. They spotted him. He was sitting right at the top. It was for the Gang of Youths gig in Sydney last night. And he was up, on the top seating and everyone's just losing it.
Cool gig as well. My favourite band there, Gang of Youths. ScoMo only got caught sculling the wine and scoffing the crackers at Hillsong nights. So it's cool to see ScoMo actually, Albo living like a normal person being out and about.
Definitely one way to get Australians on the side of a Prime Minister is to make them scull a beer.
That's it. I didn't know what Bob Hawke's... I didn't know anything about his legislation. I just know everyone loved him because he just sculled that beer at the cricket that time.
After ScoMo cooked that rank curry, if he sculled a beer, no one would
Everyone
have
would
cared.
go, yeah! That's actually so true. Or like the debate, like you're getting absolutely rinsed and you go, one last thing, and reach underneath the lectern and just bring out a long neck and just...
And have you ever wanted to know what a black hole sounds like?
I love space, but I was under the impression that in space there was absolutely no sound.
It's all vacuum. You
Correct.
can't hear anything.
There's the known saying, no one can hear you scream in space. You can't hear anything. It's dead silent.
That's why it's the best place to do a murder.
I've always found that, yeah.
Well, NASA has now released, they have recorded a black hole. It's 200 million light years away.
How can you hear it, though?
So the reason that we can hear this is because the black hole is such a dense cluster of gas that it actually has made a tiny little sound. So if you're ready, I have it here for you.
Very eerie.
I think it's exactly what I thought it would be. How scary. You get sucked in there.
And then nothing.
Yeah, a dense cluster of gas.
And finally, China have edited the ending of the new Minions movie to make it completely different.
Ba 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 na na ba 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 na na.
So as we know, Minions, it's a huge movie out at the moment. It's the prequel to like Gru's life and how he became so evil in Despicable Me. But they have now changed the ending in China to make Gru to suddenly turn good. Apparently, he finds a new passion for singing and dancing, and there's a few subtitles that come up at the end that say Gru eventually became one of the good guys who was dedicated to raising his family. But if you then go on to watch Despicable Me, he is evil.
Have you seen the Chinese version of Harry Potter Deathly Hallows Part 2 where Voldemort has a sudden change of heart at the end?
No.
Harry, the boy who lived. I'm sorry, I owe you an apology for killing your parents, that is. I'm going to pursue a career of singing and dancing.
Ben and Liam is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.